What's up guys, it's Shana and today we're going to check out Serasi in Putra Heights. Let's go! Hey guys, we are back here in Putra Heights again, and we are in the same gallery which is right outside of the Glades, where is this exclusive township that is amazing. But my friends around has invited me to come and check out their latest TOD development. As we all know, there's a LRT here within Putra Heights itself. So let's go check out their latest launch. Let's get our coordinates right. We have checked out their project at the Glades many times already, and this will be the location of the sales gallery. And right opposite this hill will be this brand new location they call Putra Heights Sentral. And that's because of its proximity to the nearby amenities such as the LRT station that is ready, such as the commercial area as well, such as the parks and etc. There's also a school nearby which is right opposite the street. This LRT is connected all the way to Subang, and the other side will be to Puchong. And the access to site mainly will be the LDP highway coming in from Puchong via Persiaran Harmony. The other side will be from Shah Alam. Then of course, this main highway that cuts across the site will be Elite Highway. So this will be the aerial view of the entire project. This will be our location currently. As we drive past this Kingsley Hill, this will be the entire project of Putra Heights Central. In total of 25 acres, and the main first project will be Serasi. There is this plot of land. It's around 7 acres. And what's cool about this will be the existing Putra Heights LRT station, then you have the linear park, the mosque is also completed, then you have the entire commercial center all ready. Surrounding Serasi, this will be a police station adjacent to it. Then you have a clinic kesihatan, and there will be 3 more projects upcoming. So there will be 1, 2, 3 future developments following Serasi. And it's such an amazing thing to observe because on one side you have the ultra luxury at the Glades, but on the other side they are also building things for people. And this is a mixture of SAMM, which is that social housing component enforced by the government, in mixture with the public open units. So this will be the product that we're going to check out today, in total of 1428 units. So in total there will be 3 blocks. And it's a mixture between open products versus sand. In the center will be this humongous car park. Right at the corner of that, there will be 10 units of retail here, provide somewhat convenience to the residents, because in total there will be so many people. And this is right in front of the LRT track, next to the hill, and going through Persiaran Putra Perdana, you'll turn in. This will be the main entrance into the site. So on one side we'll be connecting to the commercial area, the other side will be connecting directly into the apartment. And the units actually starts from ground floor, and it will be connected to the LRT station via a covered walkway. There is around 400 meters currently. So after the entrance, the main road into the car park structure will be via this, and the other one will be via block 3 via this side. So when they go in, there will be a ramp up across this car park structure, and right on top of the structure will be this 2 acres facilities deck. And the scale of the entire car park structure can be explained with the number of units. Every unit comes with 1, the larger units comes with 2, and because of that also results in a huge facility area where it consists of a badminton court, multi-purpose hall, a surau co-working space, children play area, as well as the Olympic size swimming pool, and you still have so many things around. The only challenge here is then, because this car park is not attached to the tower itself, it's not as convenient as I take that lift, then I can actually go up to the unit. Because of the scale, there will be this problem of that horizontal travelling. I believe the team will actually sort out the closest distance of the car parks to the unit itself. Then for the orientation of the blocks, so 2 main blocks will be facing north and south, only block 2 will be facing east and west. Currently they are launching block 1 And for one block, in total there will be 16 units. And I like how the tower is spread horizontally. That allows a lot of facade areas for the unit itself. And for one floor, it will be serviced by 3 lifts. So the unit that we're going to check out today will be Type A, 668 square feet, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And when we look at it, the unit actually opens up from the center. When we go in, there will be a wide foyer here. This experience is going to be a little bit different from all the other apartments that we have visited all this while. But once you open, you can see the balcony area. This one is different. Then walking through, you will have the kitchen on this side connected to the dining and living space. This is going to be so nice, and I really like that the yard is tucked away out of the line, further maximizing the space of the kitchen. There'll be 2 bedrooms here sharing 1 bathroom, so there won't be any ensuite bathroom here, and that's made with the intention of saving costs. So all guests, all bedroom units will be sharing 1 bathroom. Into the unit, this foyer is 1.95 meters, which is very wide, and you open this door in, you will straight away see the wall of the room before having a glimpse of the kitchen and the living. Then the width of this door is 970 mm. That's nice. And coming into the space, this is a 2 meters wide corridor where I think you can still put in a sideboard here for extra storage, or you just drop your things here. And immediately you walk into the kitchen space. So here will be the fridge, and this is going to be a linear format kitchen, where from wall to wall here is around 2.8 meters. So if you include the fridge some more, right? So this is going to be a very long functioning kitchen. We can accommodate your basin, your hood and hob, your oven, and etc. As always, this is a show unit, so whatever ID design treatments are for reference. Do always check with the sales staff on the actual deliverables provided by the developer, because they are also providing kitchen cabinets, but I don't think it's going to look like that with all the color themes and all along with this island, because if you put this island, suddenly this is very nice. And this is one of the first treatments where I see they use the mirror as the backsplash for the kitchen to actually double up the entire feeling of the space. But without this, I think the unit also is sizable. And right next to this island, there will be a door connecting to the yard space. And I really do appreciate yard space right now, where they didn't cramp up the washing machine within the kitchen area. Well, that's personal preference lah. And this is actually big enough to be the wet kitchen somewhat, right? So you can actually extend out a little bit. So you can do your heavy cooking here, but then you need to figure out where to put your washing machine. Do you put it here? So coming out from the yard space, this will be the dining, this will be the living, and then there's no balcony, it shows away to the facade. So the wall-to-wall width here will be 3 meters, and the ceiling height will be 2.7 meters. But it's really nice when you see open areas like this. It really gives you the perspectives of space, and also because there's no balcony, right, 3 meters feels okay. Also, the current selling price for this exact unit starts from 380,000. Anyway, this will be the window treatments given instead of a balcony, because that will be way more costly to do. Also for flooring, they will be giving ceramic tiles like this. So from the living space coming out, this will be the 2nd bedroom, and you will have another extra storage space here. But this will be the location of the TV box, and this will be your shoe cabinets lah. And this will be the 1st bedroom. So the team kind of designed this room to be a children's room. Someone proposed that idea of family dwellings within this setting. Anyway, the wall to wall is around 2.45 meters, and there will be a small window at the edge. Well, that really reflects the cost-oriented side of the project. But in accordance to your drawing, you can just eliminate all this, where you can perfectly put in a queen-size bed still along with your wardrobe and a study table. So that's perfectly possible. And they will be providing timber laminated floorings. And the user for 2 bedrooms are actually sharing this bathroom. Basin and WC full height wall tiles along with shower. and the compartment for storage. They are also going to be providing mirrors. I'm just not too sure whether is this the size of it because this looks amazing. And because of this unit having only one bathroom, the size of the bathroom is actually very generous. This is actually very big, but only one. And because the unit is so square, which allow all the bedrooms and the living room to have all the facade, right? The toilet unfortunately don't have, so they will be using mechanical ventilation system. Then going into the second bedroom, which is supposedly to the principal bedroom, but because there's no ensuite, the width of the bedroom from wall to wall is around 2.7 meters. That's okay. But after you put in a queen size bed, you still have circulation space and you will have window stretch at the facade. Well, it's not the biggest window. Here you can still put in your shelves, and that is where you can put in your wardrobe space. So it's pretty sizable. The only confusion part is the lack of that ensuite still. So the one open to public will be the layout type of Type A and Type B. And Type B will be the one that is more conventional. We have 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So this one is really with the intention of allowing people that really wants to own a home within the proximity of Puchong, Putra Heights and Subang Jaya. For a family of 3 to 4, you can actually enjoy a house like this. Of course, I want big windows. Of course, I want stone finishes. Of course, I want better specifications and higher ceiling. The challenge here is to balance between what's need versus what's want, to have a functional unit that's connected to the commercial area and the LRT station that's ready to be lived in. And I guess that's all for the unit. Let's go and check out the site. Now we are at site. It's located right next to the main road of Putra Heights. You can hear because the train is passing through right now. And now I can finally understand why they are trying to call this Putra Heights Central, because of the entire vibrancy is absolutely different from the Putra Heights I know. We all thought that Putra Heights is going to be this residential area full of homes, peace and quiet. Not exactly true, because you can see the roads here are pretty vibrant. You can see a lot of commercial area. There's a McDonald's nearby. And with the LRT stations, right, it really makes sense that you can see a lot of high-rises are being planned within this area itself. And within proximity, right, I don't see any high-rise at all. But I guess it's sensible to really tap on the LRT stations. Then within walking distance, well, it will be easier if the entire master plan is being developed, so you have proper roads, right? You'll be very close to this linear park that is also constructed by them. This is right next to the huge masjid here that is right opposite the commercial area, right opposite the LRT station. And within this project, we can really feel the impact of compliance within the master plan development. After you build a township, there will be requirements like school, parks, mosque, police station, clinics, and etc. On top of that, now you have affordable homes, which is called Rumah Selangorku. So Rumah Selangorku applies to residential title properties. Well, this is a service apartment as it sits on a commercial piece of land. That's why it's called SAM, S-A-M-M, Service Apartment Mampu Milik. And the integration of the Mampu Miliks with the open market products, right, it's amazing. In comparison to what we see in the market, most often the time the compliance product is often isolated out from the open market products in order to maximize profit due to the stigma that we all have towards the bias of affordable homes. So the entire integration is really one of my favorite points so far, because there's no form of discrimination at all, and the price difference between products are also not too far. So walking along the park is not as quiet as expected, because this is located right next to Elite Highway, and you can really feel the traffic, you can really feel the density of noise. But on one side, then you have the forest sound, which is the crickets, you have the birds. Yeah, but this is a very nice open park, open to public, and you get to enjoy a very nice stroll around. So this is a linear one where you have the basketball court, you have the futsal court, and you have some folies, just good enough for children to just burn off their energy a little bit. are walking within the commercial area, and these are ready. So there are several phases to this. So actually there's a lot of shops where there's the newer ones, there are older ones. Here, what you can see, right? It's a rather interesting finding where there are no car parks. Absolutely right, the entire car park area is full, but there's no F&Bs. So this is when you see a lot of offices are based here. So you have the technology offices, engineering offices, printing services, and etc. All here. Besides the commercial area as well, there's a hypermarket giant here. There is also a fast food joint here, and I guess that's pretty much sums up the entire convenience expectation for the future residents. This one, walking distance, yeah, still acceptable, but to the LRT station, definitely. Then on the other side, which is right in front of the LRT station, this is the one facing the main road. This is packed with fast food joints like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Tea Life, Watson, Family Mart, and etc. So that's very cool. And within this area, you can look into the open car park that is meant for the LRT station. It's packed. There's so many people. That means, right, this track is really in use. But do take into consideration, if you are still using this to travel to KL, yes, you don't have to go jam, right? But the distance still takes around an hour plus. But it makes total sense if you work around Puchong, if you work around Subang, cool, but the convenience is there even if you don't use, right? And then you want to go shopping, right? This connects you to a lot of commercial areas. And I guess that's all for now. It's now time for Sean's take 3 on 3. So for the 3 things I don't like, number 1 will be the density. So within that 7 acres, and you have 1,400 over units. And again, we spoke about this before because in first impressions, within that floor plate, you also have a lot of units, but it needs to be read within context. So if you were to compare to Putra Heights, where in impression we always thought that it's always landed only, this density is just crazy. But just when you look into the entire location, this location makes sense if it's a very high density or a high plot ratio location. It seems to be the most vibrant portion within the address itself. Just to justify the numbers, this is also done in conjunction to fulfill whatever requirements imposed by the government. So there will be the police station, the masjid, the park, the clinic kesihatan, also the status 3 affordable home. And also because of the density of the product, the entire cost of land is being shared, and that results in a very, very affordable price. Then the second thing I don't like, which will sound kind of weird, as a result of that very high density and that cost-oriented approach to design, the most affordable way of building car park will be the elevated car park. And because of the numbers, it wouldn't make sense to build a very high car park, right? So it built a very wide car park. But there will be 1 or 2 owners where the unit and the location of their car park will be the furthest. Unlike conventional apartments where you have the car park stacked below the residential towers, so the amount of horizontal travelling for the users is not as drastic like this one. So imagine if you are the one parked above the shops and going into tower 2, right, that will be the furthest. So when you pick units, do take that into consideration. Then within a unit itself, of course I wish the ceiling to be higher, of course I wish the window could be bigger, and 1 more extra bathroom, because we have visited so many projects that really focus on what people want. But when it comes to compliance housing, ensuite bathroom is definitely a good to have kind of thing. If it's not ensuite, can it still function? Yeah. Plus within that compact size, right, you still have a very functional yard space. Wow. And last of all, micro elements within the site. First of all, it's right next to the LRT track, so that will be noisy. Then on Fridays, the masjid is just around, so take note on the traffic conditions. Although there are green areas located next to the site, those are reserved, gazetted by the TMB pylons. Also, there's a communication tower around, there's a TMB structure around. Well, at least those are already in place. So in other words, right, besides the other service apartments that's within the pipeline, the site is pretty much settled. There's no more development already. So that gives you that perfect view if you're located on the high floors. So for the 3 things I like, number 1, this is a master plan development. No, this is a master plan TOD. So you have this entire master plan that's leveraging on this existing LRT, and we can see the result of people using it. And within that master plan development, you will have a lot of certainty of your surroundings. Then the second thing will be the proposed selling price. So for the open market ones, we have the 2-bedroom one that is around 380,000. Then the 3-bedroom ones will be around 450 over 1,000. And you can think about that within a master plan that's connected to the LRT station within a matured location. that offer is very, very interesting. But of course, we need to read that with the density, we need to read that with the status of the master plan right now. So this is the first phase of the entire master plan. That's why this is within the entry level pricing. But based on a visit to the sales gallery just now, on a Monday, I've seen several gentlemen coming in buying open market products because the offer is really, really interesting. And lots of all, this is something very interesting for me coming from a developer standpoint, because I can really sense that this is not a development that prioritizes on money or profit making. Because if this project is profit centered, I will definitely divide the project into several towers, where the compliance product will be stacked into one tower and the open market one will be on the other side. So that allows me to better price the open market where it's further away from the affordable ones. Then I will use the static products to stack on the negative side of things, which is right next to the track, right? To somehow block the sound from the open market ones. Then I can sell those better, I can make more money. Hence the intent for the developer to jumble up the entire mix really amazed me. And in comparison to the previous compliant housing that they do, this is so much better in terms of facilities. So you can see that 2 acres facilities that the normal rumah Selangor, there's no need for that. There's no swimming pool, it's just very basic because it's very, very cost oriented. This one is really a statement to the developer in trying to make an entry-level product for the public. And I guess that's all for this episode. Do I like this project? Yes, but this is really meant for people who are working within the location, Subang ke, Puchong ke, Putra Heights ke. So if you're renting around a place, this is something definitely to be considered. Owning your own home. Of course, within that price range, we cannot expect too much. Definitely, let's be real about things. But for the open product, there are certain elements of investment as well. So if you foresee this location to be booming, because this is only phase 1 of the entire 25 acres, there's so much more to go. On top of that, what's very interesting is right opposite the hill is a luxury end on this side. This most likely will be the place where people spend money on convenience and food, on tuition centers and etc. But one of my most favorite things will be the existing infrastructure. All are done. What's left is the project. So if you really like certainty, this is really one of them. And thank you so much for the team for having me again. And if you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.